Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Kyle Filipowski is out there with Bailey. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Hilliard in at the shooting guard. And for the Mavericks, the 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smith. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. So tonight, Tim, we got a fantastic matchup at the guard position. Indeed, some of the best in the league going head-to-head.
Yeah, this is the very top of the food chain when it comes to guard play in this league. Really no weaknesses out there for either backcourt.
Davis setting the pick for Smith. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now.
I love when they run that action with Davis. It's really hard to stop him in pick and roll.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Hilliard. And that one, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here is Smith. To the middle. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Hilliard passes to Kessler. Here's Hilliard. The 3 doesn't go for him.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Davis setting the pick for Smith. That's good from Davis on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
Pass to Bailey. Filipowski with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
To the paint. Lively, that's good. Lively's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
We know about the length and the athleticism, Tim, of Lively. But what do you like about his skill and maybe the way he sees the game?
Yeah, this league has seen a lot of guys with that type of length and athletic ability, but what sets him apart, he's got great instincts for where to get open, instincts how to rebound, where the ball is coming off, and then also, I just think his conditioning level is very high.
Here's Hilliard after the made shot from Smith. Here's Bailey, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Smith. Last game we saw him score 32. Lively the pass to Davis. That one falls. 6 points for Davis.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Jazz trail by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Kessler passes to Bailey. Back to Kessler. The shot misses.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Here's Smith. Back to DeRozan. Over Bailey. The kick out to Irving. Smith the pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Outside DeRozan. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Jazz trail by 9. Now Filipowski. Still yet to score. Hilliard, no good. And here's Smith. Outside DeRozan. Over Bailey. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Bailey misses. Mavericks leading by 9. In the corner, Irving with it. Beyond the arc. And the Mavericks another 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hilliard, his shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And that one is good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Filipowski. Bailey with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
Now, here is Smith. Irving for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Jazz trail by 13. Here is Hilliard. Last time out, he had 38 points. And the rejection by Smith. Here's Davis. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here is Hilliard. 6 points for him. Bailey with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Bailey's got 7 points. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. The Mavericks are going for a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Jordan comes in for Anthony Davis. Flag is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. Now here is Smith, and Gafford throws it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Here's Collier. The Mavericks making the shot. And it's Clark in the corner. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Utah with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Here's Collier. That's short off the rim. Smith feeling it out a bit. Gafford sets the pick for Smith. And another basket for Dallas.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
To the left wing. Fires for 3. Bailey misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
Here's Gafford. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
1:25 left here in the opening quarter. And Kessler throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here is Smith. He has 6. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Downright lethal in the pick and roll. Gordon's size and quickness, along with the decision-making, it's a tough combination.
Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Collier. Here's Kessler, covered by Gafford. Now Bailey. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He has 6.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Pass to Flag. Back to Smith. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. The 3. And Flag gets it to go on the assist by Smith. And the Mavericks lead by 17. The Jazz shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's the 3, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Mavericks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Smith is out there with Hardy. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And there's Davis. And it's Flag in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Jazz trail by 18. Pass to Collier. Now here's Williams. Now Boston. Shot, high post, good, and the nice assist from Mack. Boston's got his second basket.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Champ in their last matchup against Detroit had a huge game. He tallied 32 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Jazz trail by 21. Now Boston. 8 points his last outing. Here's Collier. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And we'll take a chance now to honor the Western Conference Player of the Month, Champ.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Here's Collier. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. 4 on the clock. Outside Williams. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 21. Back to Smith. In the corner, it's Flag. The three-pointer is right on target. Flag's got 9.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down?
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Now here's Williams. No scoring in this one. Here's Hilliard. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, he wanted to answer that three with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
To the inside. And finished off by Lively.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
His willingness to share the ball elevates this offense.
Over in the corner, Williams. The Jazz with another miss. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
It was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Well, that's got to be an area of concern in this one. If they are able to dominate the boards again, it could be a repeat of the last meeting.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Mavericks with some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gordon. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Hardy. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Collier. 12 points his last outing. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by DeRozan. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Dallas moving the ball around. And here's Smith. He's got 11. And the three off target.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Here's Hilliard. Trying to end the drought. It's rebounded by Dallas. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lively. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Kessler. Shoots over Lively. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. Here's Flag. GA, you hear about 3 levels scored. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Now, here is Smith. 14 points for him. Lively sends a screen for Smith. Irving dishes to Smith. 6 to shoot. Back to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Bailey passes to Hilliard. Sweet move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. Now, here is Smith. Pass to Irving. Back to Smith. A 3 ball. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
For Utah, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Kessler, screen on DeRozan. Bailey misses.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Smith for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Utah shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Collier. Pass to Hilliard. And it's Flag with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good, Irving.
What great body control. Irving excels at working off contact.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Anthony Davis in for DeMar DeRozan. 1:58 left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Kessler. Puts up a deep three. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Kyrie Irving, so admired by his head coach. And Jason Kidd said, Kai is a special dude. He wants to be coached, to understand the game at the highest level, and to be pushed to the highest level. What's more, I don't think he's afraid of failing. Kevin, back to you.
Great mentality. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. Here's Filipowski following the basket by Anthony Davis.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Now here is Smith. 20 points for him. Puts up a three. Ends it from downtown. Smith's got 23.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Here's Hilliard. Covered by Smith. They need this. And Hilliard gets it to go. Hilliard's got 10 points in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here is Smith. He's got 23. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 25 points in the game.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Kyrie Irving, first personal foul, first team foul.
The Jazz shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 9 seconds left in the first half. Smith inside from down low. Again, the Mavericks score.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Dallas just dominating this one. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
I couldn't tell the difference between the second unit and the first. That's how top to bottom together they've been, man.
Yeah, the others are shining like stars. Bench points have put this team over the top tonight.
And now, time to glance at the power rankings midway through this regular season.
A look here now at the Mavericks. Their roster is stacked. You expect them to be the top dog. In my book, they are the title favorites.
Shaq calling his shot.
Not really going out on a limb there, huh, big fella?
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
The Jazz shooting 43% for the game. So on the floor for Utah. Bailey out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Hilliard in at the 2. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Dallas. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Davis makes things simple for his teammates. Just lob it up and he will take care of the rest.
Davis has gone a perfect 6 of 6 shooting. Pass to Bailey. Out to the right wing. Here's Hilliard. Off target from outside.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Here's Bailey. The Mavericks making the shot. Puts up a deep 3. The Jazz with another miss.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Pass to DeRozan. DeRozan with a screen for Davis. Smith for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Smith's got 30.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Looking to end the run. He can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From the arc. And again, Dallas with the 3.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Jazz have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. And there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
The Jazz shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Pass to Bailey. And finished off by Bailey.
Empowering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Dallas.
The Mavericks have gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. For 3, Smith. And the Mavericks another 3.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
The Jazz have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Lively against Kessler. Here's Bailey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Smith. Diving in. And Smith slams it home.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jacks up a 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Smith. Davis setting the pick for Smith. Here's Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Irving's got 13.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
So it's the Jazz now. Here's Hilliard. Filipowski with it. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Bailey to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Smith's got 7 rebounds in the game. Took him no time at all on that one.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Here's Bailey. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hilliard. The Jazz with another miss.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And got it. Another basket.
Night after night, he has been unbelievable scoring the ball at will.
And if he keeps it up, he's going to be top 5 in single-season 40-point game. That speaks to his unwavering consistency. Fires the 3, and the rejection by Smith. Just 3 to shoot. The second chance effort. Rebound by Smith.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Davis with the basket on the assist by Smith. 18 points for him. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Mavericks.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Here's Smith following the 3-pointer by Utah. Can't stop the alley-oop home.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Kessler. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. He doesn't hit that one. Dallas has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. The shot's good from Smith.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Pass to Hilliard. Down low. Here's Bailey. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Smith finds Davis. Latray. And that's good. Worth 3 points. A shot from Smith. Smith's got 45 points. The Jazz shooting a meager 37% for the game. Pass to Bailey. Inside. Here's Filipowski. Mavericks with the rebound. Smith's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Launches it. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
There's 1:34 left here in the third quarter. Looking to get back on track here to the left side wing. Pass to Hilliard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Smith outside. Fades. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Hilliard. Shot to stop the run. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And his team really being impacted by the fact that nothing is falling for him right now.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Kessler. From past the arc, sinks the triple. 11 points in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Smith for 3. Another one goes. Incredible. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
And so it's Dallas, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll return shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Aaron Gordon. Johnson is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Juzang in at the small forward position. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
The Jazz making a switch here. Clark's checked in. And both free throws good for Boston. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Shot clock at 6. Clark for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Rebound, Utah. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to DiVincenzo. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Here's Juzang. Pass to Gordon. And here is Gafford. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Brandon Clark.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Dallas making a switch here. Flag is checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Kessler's checked in. And that one falls for Gafford. And Tim, you think about rim running centers, Daniel Gafford typifies that type of player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a great finisher. He knows when to dive at the rim. And what you like with Gafford is that he's willing to meet you there defensively as well.
A sweet crossover too.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Pass to Flag. From outside the arc, good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Austin with the ball. He's guarded by Johnson. Austin, no good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Here's Collier. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pass to Flag. Now here's DiVincenzo. Johnson for 3. That shot off the mark. Now Bailey. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully. And here is DiVincenzo. To the paint, wants to get it to Gafford, and does.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Right side, Williams. No good.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Now Boston. The Jazz working the ball around now. And he gets it to go. 18 points for Ace Bailey.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Johnson, a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Excellent D there by Johnson. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Utah has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Boston the pass to count. Back to Boston. Bailey with the ball. He's against Gordon. Here's Williams. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Jazz making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Hilliard. Three-pointer. That shot off.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Over to the wing. Back to DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Jazz shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Pass to Hilliard from downtown. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Gordon. Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Gordon. And that one, good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Smith.
Well, he just checked so many boxes tonight. He got buckets for himself, created for his team, and as a result, he just racked up a triple-double.
Filipowski uses the glass to finish the layup.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
In the corner, it's flag. Johnson outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks.